Hi Crafty Friends, Lacey here, the Cheeky Bum, and today I am going to make this fun little spring shaker card. So I base this off of this. So this is the Scrap Diva. This is the A2 box add-on on in flowers. I will link everything down below. I have an affiliate link. There's also a code that will save you 10%, which is the Cheeky Bum. But I seen this and I was like, oh, I think that would make just such a beautiful card, and a shaker card is even better. So I just created this simple little shaker card that I can put whatever sentiment, if I want it to be Easter or spring or whatever, on the inside. I haven't decided if I wanted to stamp or emboss yet, so I just kind of left it blank for now. But I thought that I would share with you how I made this real quick. I don't think in the tutorial I mentioned, but like, this is just a butterfly embellishment sticker that I got. I think it's from, I'm pretty sure it's Park Lane this year. And then this spring is just from the Easter words, which is also Scrap Diva. I'll link that one down below as well. And I just put that in gold on foam and on vellum so that it all matched. But other than that, everything else is in the video. If you have any questions, let me know, but we'll get into the tutorial. Okay, so I have my, I guess, materials and supplies out here. So I cut the frame out of a gold foil. This is the A2 card box add-on, but I'm going to turn it into a card. I cut my backer piece out of Woodland Grove, and I'm going to do it like that. And then I have an acetate sheet. Now when I cut this, I cut it so I'd have 3/4 of an inch on each side so that I can score it to wrap around, and I would have room for my score tape. My score tape is, or not score tape, my red line tape is 1/4 of an inch, but I wanted that extra like 1/8 of an inch leeway from like scoring it and bending it over, so I didn't want like extra red line tape coming out the side. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your scoreboard. This might be hard to see, but there's a glare, so actually you might see it a little bit better than I can. And you want to score it at so we want 3/8 of an inch on each side, on all sides, so like the line over the half. So 3/8, or sorry, the line over 1/4. 3/8 of an inch on all three sides. Just like so. And then before we fold it, I mean, you can do it before or after, but we're going to cut our corners like so that we can fold it over and we won't have extra. So just like that, hopefully you can see that. But now I'm going to fold over. This is 6mm acetate. I will link it in the description box below. But I like it because it's thin, that it's a little bit more foldable than some of the acetates. Some acetates are just kind of hard to fold, and it will give you a little bit of a, you know, an issue sometimes. Sometimes you'll see like a little bit of, see how it kind of warped when folding it. It's not going to be seen, so it's going to be okay. I really try to work from like one side over so it doesn't do that, but you know, it's not going to be an issue. Acetate just doesn't always like to fold nicely. Okay, so we have all of our pieces folded. I'm going to take my paper and I'm just going to kind of, I'm going to push one side up straight and kind of make sure that my folding and cuts are accurate. So I'm just going to kind of, come on, doesn't want to doesn't want to cooperate with me. There we go. There, so it's going to fold over like that. And then I'll put my tape in. I'll put my tape on 3 sides first and keep the top open so that I can drop in whatever sequins or whatever little bits I want to put in there. But basically like that. So I'm going to just keep that paper in there while I put on my red line tape. Now I do have a second pair of scissors that is just made for like cutting tapes and sticky stuff because they do gunk up pretty easily. Like I try not to use my paper scissors on my tape scissors, if that makes sense. And if your tape scissors ever get super gunky, I don't use like dish soap or anything. I usually just use rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol gets stuff off and it dries really fast, so you're not going to have any kind of what do I want, like rusting issues, if that makes sense. And it's just personal preference. You can either put the red line tape right on your paper or on the acetate itself. It's kind of up to you how you want to do it. And I like to do one side first, fold it over, and then do another side. That just works best for me, so like things aren't moving around, I guess, too much. So just like that. Make sure you varnish it real well. And I have like a little bit of tape on each end, but that's okay. And I just work my way around. But again, it's all kind of personal preference on how you want to do it. I know some people like to put it on the paper because paper is easier to see than the acetate. But I feel like I get a better adhesion when I put it right on the acetate myself. I don't know why. Oh, look what I just did. I should be working on a mat. That would probably, you know, be smart of me. I also like to see, like, if I work from side to side, I usually get less like a bubbling effect. So my paper is moved a little bit, and that's why it's getting that little pocket effect. But hopefully, I don't think it's going to affect me too much, because unfortunately, pulling up red line tape is, you know, next to impossible sometimes. I don't know if I can get out that bubbling or not. We're going to try though. All you can do is try. There. I got a little bit out. A little bit out. Alright, so I'm going to try to flatten this as much as possible when I'm folding this piece over. Okay, so we have a pocket like that. So I don't know what kind of glitter I want to put in here yet, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a small little mix of things. I have this like light purple sequin. I think that will match the purple leaves. I have this like goldish sequin. I have these little pink caviar beads and some butterflies. So I think that I'm going to start with some purple sequins. Normally I'd mix this up in a dish, but I think that this will be all right. Oh, see, you gotta be careful of pieces like this though. not quite sure how full I want this yet. So I'm just going to do little bits of each until I get the, I don't know, required amount. It looks good. A little bit more purple. A little too much gold. Oh, I think that looks pretty. We're going to do a little bit. Now I don't know if I want to do the, we'll do a little bit of these. Not a whole lot, just enough to give it a nice like shake sound. Oh, I just spilled some. Did I? Yes. Hard to see, but I did. And then I think I want some pink flower or pink butterflies. I think that's cute. We're gonna just dump in the rest of the pink butterflies though, I think. Just kind of fold this over a little bit. Oh, I think that's pretty. So next we're gonna seal this up. This time I'm gonna put it on the paper so that I can hopefully not get any kind of bubbling. Come on, sometimes the tape just doesn't want to come off, sometimes does it? Or the little backer. There we go. Alright. This time I'm going to go from the middle to the sides. Maybe that was why I'm just getting some puckering. There we go. So we have that. Now you can put it on any kind of like card base you want, or you can make your own base, which I'll probably make my own base so I can make it exactly the right size that I want. Because see, I'll have just a little bit of extra room when I tape this border on. So let's cut a card base real quick. Okay, so I cut my card base. It is textured cardstock. I'm going to put the texture on the inside because the front is going to be covered up anyway. So that way the inside will have just this nice texture. And I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna put like tie in the purple and the pink. So the pink with the butterflies and the purple, I think I'm gonna put in like this purple inlay and then do a white. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that'll be cute. And then we'll do this. Okay, so I have my card base. I used a textured cardstock and I did pink so I could bring in like the pink butterflies. And I made sure that my texture was on the inside because the front of it's going to be all covered up anyway. And that way the inside is nice. And then I just cut and mat a piece of vellum in the purple to bring in the purple, and then just white so that the sentiment on the vellum will just be white. So that way I could do like embossing if I wanted to. I could do stamping if I wanted to. I could just do just about anything. So I'm just going to use tape runner because it's just the inside of a card. I'm just going to put that like that. And then I'm just going to do, I'm not going to run, you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Sometimes with vellum you can see tape, so I'm just going to run this just on the white and not on the purple at all, if that makes sense. Oh, come on. There we go. There. So that's the inside all done. I can do whatever I want. I'll probably do some stamping. I have the Scrap Diva stamps anyway. I've already put my red line tape on my frame and I'm gonna glue it down. But what I am gonna do is get out some glue because I'm gonna put a couple glue dots on the flowers. Because otherwise the flowers might catch on like the envelopes and stuff, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna touch like just dots here and there of glue for the flowers. And take off this before I start my glue. Then I think, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like just make touches here and there so that these stick down. I don't know if it's gonna make a difference or not. And I don't want them too thick because otherwise it will smear on the acetate. Like that piece of that glue drop is too big. We'll just smear it. Okay, then we're gonna carefully line this up. There, it should be good. And what I'll probably do is probably just put something with weight on the top just for a few minutes to give those little flowers a chance to attach. Okay, I think that's good. I think they're stuck down pretty well. So then it's just taking whatever you want to glue your card down. Actually, I think I'm gonna use my red line tape again just so I know that this acetate will stick. So I'm gonna run it along the acetate and then probably just do a little bit of glue mixture to put down. Okay, I think that my flowers are tacked down pretty well. So I'm gonna use my red line tape again just because it does have acetate and I want the acetate and the edges to stick really well. So I'm just gonna run my red line tape around it again. Okay, so I have my red line tape and then just some regular double-sided tape along the center. You know the drill, just kind of pulling everything off. I feel like the center will adhere no matter what. It's just kind of paper. The edges is what you're going to have an issue with just because of the acetate, you know. Okay, so now that we have it, we're just gonna kind of line it up onto the card base and really try to stick that down, especially along the edges. And there we go. It's a pretty simple shaker card. You can put a greeting on here. I'll probably just do some kind of like hello spring, happy Easter. I don't know if I want to. You could do rub-ons on the acetate. You could do a lot of different things, but you have a great card. Even if it's not spring, you don't have to put butterflies in here. You could do whatever kind of back you want. I mean, it's just kind of florally, but I mean, you could probably get away with doing this for just about any time of the year. And it's just very cute and easy. I mean, it's not too hard and it's not too thick. Like you can get away with putting this in an envelope. See, you're going to have a little bit of like lifting on the corners, but I don't think it's too bad. That's you know, unfortunately from the acetate. That's the only thing that you know, isn't amazing about this kind of technique, but I really don't mind it. If you look at a lot of cards from even like Walmart and stuff like that that do like kind of like a shaker kind of element like that, they're going to have that as well. But there you go. I think it turned out really cute, and yeah, I'll probably put some kind of spring element on there. Pop this in just a regular envelope, and maybe put, I mean, usually with anything with dimension, like a little bit of dimension or a puffiness to it, I'd probably put 2 stamps on here, but you should probably be safe with even just 1, and mail it off to a good friend for some good old snail mail. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I'll link everything I can down below. I do have an affiliate link with Scrap Diva. And if you want to use code CheekyBum, you will save 10%. But this is my card, and I hope you've enjoyed.